Welcome to my newest audience. Of course, I assume you have a deep curiosity concerning solvable problems. So let's begin here at Self-Synergetic Mind, May 21, 2024, Liberty and Justice. At minimum, when consciously considering forming a more perfect union with what structural coordinate system is the synergetic mind's anticipatory design science conceptualizing this realizable potential. The less than perfect union's event scenario would be the prevalent problem as the tuned-in observer's decisively improvable system. Logical metaphysical intellect, as a function of omnirational universe, naturally assesses the union as systems of universe's regenerative eternal integrity. Eventually, this is also to identify all experience in terms of angles and frequencies. The United States of America, USA, as a self-governing system that is said to be of the people, by the people, for the people, with liberty and justice for all, could be the less than perfected exemplified union for the synergetic mind's information gathering, cosmic to local, problem-solving focus, experientially, experimentally observes as an anticipatory design science project. That this particular union is described as a democracy does not in fact guarantee liberty and justice as a desirable objective in any way, shape, or form, primarily because neither liberty nor justice refers to omnirational universe's minimum system from which those concepts never did derive. We could say, therefore, that such expectations are potentially felonious when erroneously devoid of system stability, which may begin to explain the emphatic incongruities that the people have yet to accurately identify as humans unwittingly reinstate the self-deluding PRJW, politics, religion, justice, war, self-other, and validating representative authorities, all of whom are of the people, but none of whom are expected to refer their conceptual and reasoning faculty of thought to universe's minimum structural system self-regenerating pattern integrity. The nation's constituent humanity comprises individual humans, each of whom has a brain that consists of quadrillions of atoms, a neuronal circuitry design, before forming a union that is not a replication of the self-deluding PRJWBSHM, politics, religion, justice, war, belief system, hierarchical matrix, the individual economic initiative, and the potential omnirational anticipatory design science governing system could not be at odds with the synergetic mind's omnirational objectives. Aspiring to generate and regenerate justice as the people's self-governing objective is an ill-advised, illogical attainment. Millenniums of that momentary and optically illusory and predominantly punitory system proves to be unstable. So justice literally and technically could be described as the imposter's justifiable repositioning power. Of course, such clarification is bound to astound the mindsets whose genuinely projected love and protective instincts probably directed their idealistic education to study law, that perhaps eventually realized justice as an incapable tool, albeit being a formidable punitory and restraining authority. Forming a more perfect union would have to derive from a different contextual parameter that is not of the PRJWBSHM. Forming a more perfect union, conceptually, would have to be an awareness of the macrocosmic microcosmic universe, which was absently aforethought at the outset of the millennium's old PRJWBSHM. So too was the synergetic mind's metaphysical intellect, unacknowledged as reenacting articulations of the predominantly overpowering PRJW history's officiated event scenarios that perpetually increase the tolerance magnitudes of its residual inaccuracies where specified terminology could further misguide the people's educated and uneducated ignorance, inducing them to follow along, taking time to search for the word liberty in Webster's Collegiate Dictionary, 11th edition, in the early hours today, assured me how misunderstood the word liberty is, and how it seems to be a contradictory, irresolute aggravation that was devised to perpetuate some degree of risk, chance, violation of rules, not only as deviations of standard practice, but also as rationalized distortion of any potential rational interpretation of actions, reaction, resultant cases. Liberty is defined by so many different attributes that anyone can select one or the others for further confusing freedom from arbitrary or despotic control while inflicting the incongruity on others. Obviously, the positive enjoyment of various social, political, or economic rights and privileges was worked into the recently imposing nomenclature, playing the race card while designating white people as the privileged, selecting this segment of the naturally diverse humanity as the targeted enemy while concealing the definition of liberty, which is as plain as the nose on your face when reading of this in the dictionary. Liberty supposedly is synonymous with freedom, but freedoms are conceptual by degree, correlating to the minimum structural system of metaphysical physical universe, which is explained in Synergetics, a book of models, geometrical, topological, geodesic vector models. As to justice, which is the maintenance or administration of what is just, according to Webster's dictionary, especially of the impartial adjustment of conflicting claims or the assignment of merited rewards or punishment. So what is just comes before justice, which is defined as having a basis or conforming to fact or reason. We can remember about adjusting the a priori thought to a total reality of universal principles. Anyway, somewhere along the annals of forming a more perfect union, the justice system seems to have overpowered its own conceptual and reasoning faculty of thought, which took on a mind of its inevitable weaponization against the people's self-governing system. No wonder self-synergetic mind is just now coming into its own after grueling histories of cruel and unusual punishment that in every nation of the world seems to emulate each other's irrational ambitions. Where this distortion is most prevalent, apparently, is where the highest paid salaries into six-figure incomes have become ordinary for the governing system's prosecutorial power to stack charges with all the time and money to accomplish filling prisons with an unending population, as the people are expected to match those unlimited funds and interminable amounts of time in the courts of law. It is also where the justice system is a proliferating lawsuit money-making strategy against anyone, where the lawyers expect their just compensation. No wonder forming a more perfect union is indirectly forbidden by inadvertent liberty and justice for all. Suggested reading: Synergetics 403, Stable and Unstable Systems. Synergetics 403.02, Conceptuality. Synergetics 403.03, Generalized Principles. Webster's Collegiate Dictionary, 11th edition. Until next post, keep tuning in and reading Synergetics. It is available online as our coexisting humanities cosmic to local relevance persists in forming a more perfect union, as this potential realization becomes clearer by the day. Thank you.